guys, welcome back to another video. This is the last of the Christmas designs. I know, I'm good too. But these are my Christmas nails. I haven't done the right hand yet. To be honest, I'll probably just paint them red because time's ticking now. But yeah, this is my Christmas nail. So I'm coming in with CJP Slush Fairy, but it's what do they call it? It's a personal mix. So I've popped some other loose glitter, like bigger chunks of loose glitter, into some Slush Fairy. So I've obviously done my prep, my clear base, which is CJP, and my tips, which are from Incandescent Shine. These are pre-pinched tapered square tips. So as you can see, I am doing a extended nail bed. And for those of you that know me and have watched all my videos, you know me and these are not best of friends yet, but we will be. We will get there. I have had an absolute nightmare with this video and recording it, and it just kept skipping bits. It kept going like at 1,000,000 miles per hour and cutting some of the filing stuff out and then speeding some of the filing up. I've had an absolute nightmare. But I've got there in the end. And this is the result. So that is my smile line done. Just checking my angles, checking I'm happy with it. This nail, don't even get me started. Just don't even get me started. It starts off really, really well. And then it sets really, really fast because I've got the heating on full bloody whack. Because the kids are cold and they can't be bothered to wrap up and they're walking around in their pants because, you know, that's what kids do. So, bit of a disaster with this nail, but it is just a full white nail. And do you know what, guys? No, a bit of filing couldn't fix. So, not to worry. And I know I'm a little bit too zoomed out at the moment, but I do zoom in soon, so you'll be able to see it better. This bead, I was like, right, I'll do a waterier bead. It's obviously too hot in here. Yeah. Didn't work, did it? All down my finger, everywhere. So I've literally had a nightmare of a day today, guys. I have dropped my Xbox on the floor, which resulted in the AirPods that were brought as a Christmas present and were given early this morning. Just this morning I gave them to him. And the dog decided to chew one. As a result of the Xbox falling, I smashed the glass on my expensive electric wax melt lamp. So that happened. What else has happened? Oh, my daughter, she spilt milk on my new phone. Great. So little finger coming in with a wet bead of that Slush Fairy mix I've made. And this is going to be an ombre. So I've done the first bead, pulled that down, and then I'm doing my cuticle bead, pushing that bead into the cuticle nice and flush, and then pulling down the sides, and just making sure I'm happy with that. So this is the Liz Guild brush from CJP, my absolute new fave. Northern Lights. This is Northern Lights from CJP, and oh my god, why have I not used this in a set before? This is going to be like, I don't know, so many people are going to get this in the set. It's stunning. Stunning. These are little loose snowflakes from Incandescent Shine. They're so pretty. Absolutely went, just fitted so well with that Northern Lights. They really did. So just making sure they're attached and where I want them to be and sitting correctly. So again, coming in with that slush fairy mix, the same as the pinky finger, exactly the same. So you can see those bigger chunks that are in there. So placing that first bead, a wetter bead, and dragging it down to a fade. And like I say, showing it off there sparkly. Like I say, we're going to do an ombre, so I'm not too worried about that fade down the nail. Coming in with my cuticle bead, popping it on, pushing and patting it into place, and then pulling down the sides. Tilting your nail will help you get a smooth cuticle, because gravity will do what it does best. Oh, stuck to a book on the table. Oh dear. So yep, taking that Northern Lights now, and I am popping that at the tip, and then I'm pulling that up to the cuticle, or down to the cuticle in this case, because the finger's the opposite way around. Yeah, again, it's an ombre, not particularly worrying, but just look how stunning it is. Just, honestly, oh look. So yeah, just making sure I've got some here, there, and everywhere. And then I am going to come in with those really pretty, look at them just shining, and I'm going to come in with some of those snowflakes. No particular, you know, I'm just putting them on really. It's just, that acrylic's still wet from the Northern Lights, so no need to put any more, you know, no need to put any clear on there really. Just make sure you do them super duper fast. Make sure they stick. And we are good to go. You may hear my TV in the background because the kids are, well, actually, my eldest is asleep on the sofa, and my youngest is munching Whatsits and cookies. Right, smile line, coming in with I think this is a 150 file, and just perfecting that crisp line. Remember to check all angles, guys. Make sure you're happy with it. And yep, just file till you're happy. Honestly, guys, there really isn't nothing your file can't fix, I don't think. So giving that a clean off now, because we're going to come in with Miss Claus from Incandescent Shine, and we're going to put that up to that smile line. Don't worry about getting it on Slush Fairy or your smile line colour, whatever your preferred one is, because you're going to come in later on and we're going to file. So popping that bead on, pulling it towards that cuticle area, and then towards the tip. I don't know why the dog is currently climbing in my wash basket. Miko! Miko! No. Thank you. You're my bad books already today, mister. Honestly, of all the things he could have chewed that were on the floor after the disaster, he had to chew the ear pods. So I decided that the red just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I needed something else. So I come in with a bit of that Northern Lights. Not a lot. Just patchy. Really splayed out. And I loved it. I love how it looks. So index finger, we are going to come in and we're going to do a red and white marble. I forgot to mention the white I'm using is actually some Glitter Bells white that I'm using up. So Miss Claus and Snowdrops White, is it, by Glitter Bells? Coming in with that, and I did cut some of this out because I was so out of shot for the whole thing. But all I'm doing is placing a bead of white, a bead of red, and I'm swooshing that together, literally like swooshing it 2-3 times max. If you swoosh them too much, you're just going to end up with a mushed pink nail. So place a white bead, place a little red bead, clean my brush off to a point, and I'm just lightly pulling through that bead, or those beads, whatever. Again, tiny beads, just up and down a few times, filling in the gaps there with white. And do you know what the amazing thing with marble is, guys? It doesn't matter how it looks. It's unique. Everyone's different. You know, it's unique to your design. So that's one of the things I love about marble. Right, capping time. So I'm coming in with a bead of crystal glass from CJP. I'm talking of disasters. My lovely 15-month-old actually spilt a pot of crystal glass yesterday after done his nails. Yeah, brilliant. Luckily, I brought a massive pot from is it Atkinson Brown? I can't remember. Brought a huge pot from there with a big monomer and some Wow Bow foil gel, which I love. They also do, is it Clear Pay or Clarana Pay? Clarana Pay, Clear Pay. Clear Pay, I think it is, fortnightly. Atkinson Brown. I'll find out the proper name and I'll link it in the description. So, doing my usual faff when it comes to capping, because I'm just so fussy, and I don't know why, because I'll just file it anyway. So yeah. So that's a little finger count, and then I'm going to come in with some Slush Fairy, and I'm going to do an ombre over this marble. And then I will cap it, guys. So I'll let you watch that and I'll be back. So I've done all my capping, guys, and now I'm going to come in and do my filing. I'm only going to show you my hand filing on the thumb. So we are checking that that free edge is straight and flush with the nail bed free edge. Okay. So as I said, I had some problems with this video and it was going at 1,000,000 miles an hour at this point. I've had to slow it down to like, I don't know, 0.50 speed. So that's why it's a little bit weird looking. If I didn't, you won't be able to see it. So yeah, I'm doing that free edge, checking angles, making sure I'm happy with it. And then we're going to come in and we are going to blend that cuticle area and go round one side and then round the other side. Obviously when I work on myself, I am using different, I'm doing it in the same order, but maybe holding my file differently, my hand differently. Does that make sense? But I'm always pulling my skin out of the way. Look, I'm using my finger, I'm wrapping it round and I'm moving my skin out of the way, coming around that cuticle. Checking I'm happy. And then coming in, doing the barrel of the nail. So this is the Glitterbels metal file board. And I'm using the 100 grit replaceable files. I do need to put one on the other side. I just need to clean the other side of my file first. So I apologise for that disgustingness that's on that side, but it is just glue. So checking all angles. Now the tip I can see is too thick, so we are going to correct that, but we're also checking to make sure our nail is arched. Does need a little bit off on one side still. Oh, to do that free edge, we are going to hold the file at an angle and file up the nail. So that will, if you're happy with the apex, this will stop you from taking that apex away. Does that make sense? So you're removing the free edge thickness without completely undoing everything you've just done. So I'm going to keep checking that, checking my angles again, making sure I'm happy with everything, rechecking that thickness, still wasn't quite there, checking it again, giving it another file, and that is now thinner and I'm much happier. And you can see we have still kept the nail arched and curved. Faffing, as I do, giving it one last check. And I'm just showing you here that I have brought that middle nail back to life with some hand filing. So I'm taking my Kuku nail electric nail file. I've just taken out my mandrel bit with a 180 grit sanding band on, and I'm replacing that with a medium grit comb bit because we are going to use this like a medium speed. We're not doing it on full because I don't want to take too much away that I ruin the nail completely, but we are going to remove some of that bulk which in turn will remove that red that is on that pink that we don't want. So I'm just going to let you watch this, guys. I find this quite satisfying to watch. Colour blocking reveals and smell line reveals and things like that. I find it ever so satisfying. So I'm going to let you guys watch and I'll be back. So now that we've done that, I'm coming in with these beautiful stag gingham water decals by Rachel Hanks. These are brilliant, guys. They're really good quality. This is my first time using them. But I did do a little bit of faffing with it, but that's me being very picky, I guess, about my placement. But yeah, they are really simple. So Print by Example is her website, her Instagram and her Facebook. So go and have a look, guys. She has some Gucci stitch decals, which I am going to purchase next. So I'm just deciding which size I want to go with for my middle finger, and we go with the second row from the bottom, so not quite the biggest. You get 4 different sizes on these, and is it 5 or 6 of each size? The only thing that I will do differently next time is I will cut closer to the stag, so I haven't got all that excess. So on the back you have instructions, so cut around the decal as close as possible, pop it into water for 10 to 15 seconds, apply a gel polish, 2 coats if necessary, curing. Obviously I'm using acrylic, so I'm popping that in the water, and because I'm using acrylic I'm going to come in with a tacky gel base. So gel base, cure that, take out the decal, slide it off the backing paper, dab off the excess on my tissue, and then use my tweezers to pop that into the tacky layer. And honestly, guys, tacky layer makes all the difference to a water decal. It really does. So if you are struggling on acrylic, get that tacky layer on. So there's my tacky layer, which I forgot to do before. But the good thing about these is I was able to just chuck that water decal back in the water. Take 2. Chuck that decal back in the water for a minute while I set my sticky layer. And they're really good. I had no issues with tearing or anything like that. Just gonna have a little look at these. Now these do require a white base, hence the white nail. Hello, Arla. And then just popping it on, guys. So I'm going to let you watch me faff with this for a minute because I'm just a bit of a perfectionist, and I'll be back. So I've trimmed off the excess on that nail, and I've top coated it with my tack-free top gloss from Incandescent Shine, and I did 2 coats of that, cured both layers for 60 seconds. So I'm coming in on this nail and I'm just doing icicles on half of that nail, but I wasn't happy with it, so I wipe it off, start again, but I do it off camera. So yeah, so all I'm using to wipe it off is a lint-free wipe and some ISO, and then I go off and do that off camera. So I haven't cured that. You can see I've done some on the index as well, because I am going to pour on some beautiful white glitter, tapping off the excess, pouring it all over again, making sure it's all covered, tapping off any excess, and then popping that in for a 60-second cure. So it's my favourite time, tack-free top gloss, incandescent shine as always. And just look at that glitter and those snowflakes come to life. We all know that sparkle is life anyway. Sparkle is life. Look at it. Yummy. Yeah. So I'm just going to show you this one, let you admire that for a second, and then I'm going to do the pinky finger, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera, because before I did the icicles I should have done my top coat, but never mind. Never mind. I just use my CJP Tiny Touches brush and go in between the icicles and pop the tack-free top coat on there. Oh, it's so shiny. Beautiful. So this is the finished look, guys. Let me know what you think. Please, please, please go and try Rachel's decals. She has some lovely ones, butterflies, skulls, flowers, all sorts, guys. Go check her out. I will pop her link in the description though, as well as the link for other stuff I've used. So yeah, let me know what you think to these nails, guys. Do you like them? I absolutely love them. I really do. I'm super duper impressed with those decals, I really am. So thanks for watching, guys. Please, please, please subscribe, share if you can, like, thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.